Welcome back to Legends of the Tabletop. I am Jonathan. I'm here with my co-host Sarah, and we are here with a good friend of lots, Colleen. Colleen, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We are playing 5 questions. We are going to ask 5 D&D related questions, and we're going to go around the room and see what our answers are. For everyone at home, though, make sure you go in the comments and give us your answers as well, because we absolutely want to hear them. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, first question. I have made a character whose name is a pun.
Colleen, you're going
Say,
first,
I
right?
have not. I have not made a character whose name is a pun.
I have not either. I feel like we may have had some people on one of our tables that have, though.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had pun names before on the table. Not that I can think of any offhand, but we definitely have pun names.
Honey names.
I remember, oh, actually, this is not on recorded, but one of our friends, we were playing a Star Wars version, and he played a droid, and the name was, oh man.
It was really
It was
funny.
really inappropriate, and I can't think of it. But droids give you
Drop
that
that in the comments
opportunity.
below, Jonathan. Drop that in the comments below. We
When
want
you
to know.
remember it.
Oh, I know what it is now. It was yeah. This is I'm not gonna say what it actually spells. You guys can try to figure it out on your own. But
Oh
it
God.
was P1TA, P1TMA. That's what it was. And if you could figure it out, throw it in the comments, and we'll give you the thumbs up on it if you figure it out. Me personally, I've never played a character's where their name is a pun, but my favorite one I've watched, there is a YouTuber. His name is Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and they do a
Mm.
Star Wars one as well, but they did a D&D one, and the kid used the name Ferdinand Gully. And he said, "You can call me Fern Gully for
Oh yeah.
short." And I
Yeah.
absolutely loved that name. And it was like easily 7, 8 years ago that they did that campaign, and it's stuck with me ever since.
I forgot about
Mm.
that. That was a good one.
Yeah. So I know you've only done one campaign so far, Colleen, but campaign number 2, pun name for your main character.
Okay.
Or when you
So
write them in
don't
your
take it so
books.
seriously
Exactly.
when you make a character, make a fun character.
I think
Exactly.
it's a funny thing, like when you start playing D&D, your first character is like really, really part of you. And then if you get to like 12, 13 characters, that character is just off the wall crazy because you're just like,
Yeah.
I gotta try new things.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's definitely, I feel like your first one is you
Hmm.
in like a fantasy world. And then you go, okay, I got to separate myself from this a
We'll
little bit.
we'll
I
see
gotta go
that
have
with
fun.
Colleen's books. Like the first one, like self-help,
Yeah.
chill, and
Yeah.
then it'll just progressively get more wild.
I'll have to
Chaos.
go.
Chaos.
Chaos crew, for sure.
Okay, next question. I have role played my character in public.
Does Instagram stories count?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I have definitely pretended to be my character for like an Instagram reel, but I don't think in real life. I told you guys, I was like, I have trouble role playing, and we were really awkward with role playing at first. So, ugh, yeah, in public, ugh,
I don't I mean, I do a lot of voices,
that's cool.
so I ab I absolutely probably have gone into like Philomena's southern drawl. Maybe I have a character that is a British I mean, I'm sure I've done them. I don't know, Jonathan, have I don't think I've maybe done it on purpose.
I
I
think
don't
you do it
know.
more on purpose than by accident. I think,
Oh, really? Oh
yeah,
God, that's
I think you have a
embarrassing.
very, command over yourself. Or conversely, I go into Ren Barkley all the time and not on purpose. We'll just be like having a conversation and I'll tend to respond the way that I think like my character would respond. And you're always like, can you like, do you know the
So yeah.
difference between reality and fantasy? I'm like, no,
So
no,
Colleen,
No,
just,
it's meant to be.
for all of our, tens of viewers,
no.
Jonathan's character, Ren Barclay, is loosely based off of the characters from Schitt's Creek, Alexis Rose, David Rose.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he like it does come up sometimes how he answers his questions sometimes. Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
hmm.
Every once in a while, I'll slip into that. Uh,
It happens.
next question.
Hey,
I have dreamed about my character outside the game.
absolutely. I have to, yes, this is like, if this may just be the writer in me, but it's like, well, what if Leona was in The Witcher? Like, and it just like, you suddenly, you have a different setting and you're like, well, what would my character do here when they're somewhere else? But then it normally turns into like, then the nightmares of my own life. Like, I'm late to class. Like, like it never stays good. And in the fantasy world, you know?
I know.
It's the worst. Um well, you said dream, and I'm like thinking like actually when I sleep at night, do I
Well,
dream of any of my characters?
dreaming at night, whatever.
No. I mean,
It's both.
daydreaming definitely, because I think before sessions, I'm usually like in my head a lot, like what is Philomena thinking? What is Genevieve thinking? Like what happened since the last session? Like what did we do? Like I definitely try before we sit down at the table to kind of get into that character's headspace so that I could play them. So I guess that's like a bit of daydreaming
Mhm.
in my own way, right?
I would say I do it constantly. Daydreaming and full on going to bed dreaming about Ren. And the
She is
reason
quite beautiful.
she's pretty good
Hey,
looking. Yeah. The reason for it is this. A lot of like books I've read say like the things that you concentrate on before you go to sleep, your brain gets to work out problems and you can wake up the next day with like solutions that your unconscious mind is working through.
Mhm.
And when we go to level up, there's so many like huge choices of like what
yeah.
way am I going? What spell am I taking? You know, I know Colleen doesn't subclass, but like if I'm in a multi-class, is that something I want to do? So what I do is like, before I'm put it down on paper what I'm taking,
Yeah.
it's maybe not on purpose all the time, but mine's on purpose.
I'm in the mirror getting ready before our session and I'm talking like Philomena and I'm acting things out. I don't know. Get into that headspace.
Absolutely. You got to figure it out, right?
Hmm.
You got to get back in the zone.
Hmm.
Next question. I have drawn or commissioned art of my character.
Mm. Attempted drawing. That's not great. I am commissioning probably next year. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, there's some bad sketches for sure.
Have to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
I definitely have drawn a few iterations of my character, especially Philomena. She's a little ghostwise halfling druid. Uh, and I love her and I've definitely drawn her a few times.
I would say, I'm not an artist either, so the difficult thing is like sketching something out. I tell everybody, at best, I can draw stick figures. So, like, my stick figure is there, and then I have like an amazing Warhammer that Ren runs around with. So I'm really excited about that. I actually will pull her out.
He's gonna show you now.
Look at this little.
Oh,
This is
cool.
This is Jonathan's stick figure. This is
yeah, that's as good as my drawing gets. But in that we have one of the kids in Legends of the Tabletop is an actual artist, and so we have had him drawing some of our characters for us, so we can share with people. And it's a really interesting relationship of commissioning artwork because there's something in your head that you're trying to explain to another person, and then they're trying to absorb that information and turn it into the thing that you've envisioned in your head. And Alex does an amazing job. So it's very close to what I have in my head. Sometimes the proportions Alex exaggerates on, because that's what Alex likes to do. I'm like, we can scale it back. We can scale it back.
That's why the style of the artist does matter.
Yeah.
Like finding the right person. Like if you're not just getting fan art, I am excited for that. Can't wait
Mhm.
till there's fan art. But
Go, Colleen, go check out Gary Labe art on Instagram. You will totally like just geek out over his artwork. He does some beautiful things. That is
awesome.
personally, one day when we are famous, I'm going to commission him to do lots of artwork for my character.
Right.
When we can afford those $10,000 Times Square ads.
Yeah, I'll have him do a character when we're famous in Times Square for me, just because I can.
Yeah, and just stick it up there. You spent the 10 grand just to show
What's
off your
ten thousand
character art.
dollars? What's $10,000? Let's do two.
That'd be great.
All right.
I would go.
I have played a character whose alignment changed during the game.
I would say yes, but not quite drastically. Leona starts out kind of true neutral, and then learns to make a choice, stand up for people, that sort of thing. Um, but I think she still is mostly true neutral, but kind of has that uh, change of heart and spirit once she finds herself as part of a bigger something
That's awesome.
I don't know if I should answer this question.
because it went bad.
No. I in the campaign that we're in and writing my character, I do have some thoughts. So I don't want to give away any
Mm,
spoilers.
okay.
But I'm down for a character arc, like a good plot twist. I love it. Genevieve will never become good and sweet though, just in case anyone's wondering. That'll never happen for her.
Yeah, she plays a rogue that's, very roguish. And they're like, they're in it for
Absolutely.
themselves.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's not No, she's not changing. She'll only get worse.
I mean, I think the question is kind of alluding to like character arcs, your character starts off one way and then, life happens to them and that might change their outlook. And I think Colin, you said it like really well. Like you started off with a neutral character and then as the game affects their personality, they change what their alignment might be because they need to stand up for the person that can't stand up for themselves, and so they do become like that lawful good character. Um, I think, you know, on the opposite end of the spectrum is where my characters normally go, which is they start off really lawful or really holy, and then life happens to them and they get cynical, they get, beaten down, they are jaded, and they're like, I mean, I'll do the good thing, but it's only because someone's paying me. I'm doing it for the goal at this point and not for because I'm a good person. Um, I've had one or two characters that have changed their alignment, but it's normally not, one end of the spectrum to the other. They're still
Hmm.
starting off like I like to play good characters. So I will start off as like a, lawful good, and I might go to like chaotic good because it's like it might it
More
yeah,
fun.
and it
Chaos.
depends on my mood that day. Like
The chaos crew. Join.
It
absolutely.
it's how the dice roll that day. He does a 1 or a 20.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
that was our 5 questions. Thank you, Colleen, so much for joining us and to be a part of this. We thank you. Can you please give us a shout out for where everyone can find you?
Absolutely. It's Colleen Ochab on Instagram, other socials, basically everywhere.
And for all of you guys, please check out our friends at eldridge-foundry.com, where you can order your own custom fully colored minis. Use our cheat code, cheese bags, and pick up a little discount. So we thank you guys so very much. Please follow us, hit the notify button, like, subscribe, do all the things, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Stay legendary.
Stay fresh, 2 cheese bags.